reports emerged that he allegedly tried to groom young Justin Bieber. You probably heard by now that back in the day, Diddy used to run something called Puffy's Flavor Camp, and he paid his young protege Usher to live with him. Well, rumors are now going around that Usher wasn't the only young star that Diddy tried to control. Several clips of Diddy making young Justin Bieber uncomfortable recently went viral, and fans are saying it's high time someone investigates all these creepy allegations about Diddy. As you all probably know, Diddy's sexual orientation has been a hot topic among fans for years, and before you say fans should just mind their own business, we want to point out that Diddy's orientation is not the issue here. The real reason fans are saying Diddy needs to be exposed and investigated is because of his alleged history of grooming and SA involving boys and young men.
Jimmy, who has close ties to Hollywood and to Diddy specifically, told the FBI that he knew that Diddy had sex with minor boys.
Back in 2013, The Smoking Gun, a website that posts legal documents and arrest records, published documents from a debriefing session between federal investigators and James Roseman, better known as Jimmy Henchman, and the documents exposed some highly disturbing allegations about Diddy. Henchman is a former record executive turned drug kingpin who was convicted of trafficking in 2012 and sentenced to life in prison. According to documents, prior to his arrest, Henchman had several pre-trial meetings with prosecutors, and the feds quizzed him about his contacts with multiple high-profile industry figures, including Diddy. Investigators questioned Henchman whether Diddy engaged in any illegal activities, and one prosecutor reportedly asked if Diddy had relations with underage boys. Here's a direct quote from the court documents provided by The Smoking Gun. Questions became even more bizarre when said prosecutor asked the entertainer's sexual preferences, including, but not only, Sean Combs having sexual relations with underage boys. According to The Smoking Gun, Henchman provided nothing of substance on the high-profile figures, and that's why the disappointed prosecutors rejected his bid for a plea deal. So if the feds really asked Jimmy Henchman something like this, it must mean that they were already aware of allegations surrounding Diddy, and yet somehow this whole thing was swept under the carpet. However, the conversation was reignited in 2016 when Diddy's protege Usher appeared on Howard Stern's show and was asked to set the record straight on his experiences at Puffy's Flavor Camp. To give you some context, Usher was signed by L.A. Reid's LaFace record label at just 14 years old. Now, as soon as he was signed, Usher started preparing for his debut album. However, he was going through puberty at the time and was struggling to adjust to his voice. L.A. Reid reportedly wanted to drop Usher from his label. However, the label eventually decided to bring in several vocal coaches to help Usher complete the record. But Reid had another idea. He decided to send 14-year-old Usher to live in New York City with Diddy, supposedly to toughen him up. So when Howard Stern asked Usher to explain what exactly the purpose of Puffy's Flavor Camp was, Usher admitted he witnessed some wild stuff at Diddy's house, although you could tell he was being careful not to reveal too much.
Hey, yo! What?